everyone. Me, Maxine. This is my late grandmother. This is a quiet force. She was an original Rosie the Riveter, manufacturing airplane parts in a Missouri plant while my grandfather was off to war. Years later, he suffered a stroke, and she took over the family business not knowing how to balance a checkbook. She ended up a successful businesswoman, a extensive civic organizer, and really embodied the spirit of Rosie. I can only aspire to be the person that she was. But fast forward 70 years later, and you meet Carrie, a new mom in Chicago, taking conference calls while breastfeeding my newborn son, managing a team in New York and clients across the country, with a husband in a high travel profession and no family support nearby. I decided to pivot. I stayed home for a few years and was a full-time parent, determining my next professional move. Quite the change from the 1950s scenario. Or is it? Although my grandmother was forced into her roles by circumstance and I chose to change, not much has changed over the years in addressing the issues in these scenarios. There are uncharted waters to navigate. There's uncertainty. There's a lack of mentorship and support. And there are biases and lack of flexibility in traditional workplaces when major life transitions occur. But our world is shifting. And 25% of individuals are working remotely at least 2 days a week. We have 24.4 million female freelancers that exist, and 11.3 million women-owned businesses, of which we've seen 50% growth over the last decade. So there are real economic opportunities and needs that have to be addressed. But the problems still exist. We see sexual harassment. That was clear from Silicon Valley recently. From reports there. We have cultural biases that limit funding opportunities. We have lack of inclusion in networks, minimal mentorship opportunities for women in male-dominated businesses. These are just a few examples of the barriers that women face when they are pivoting in their career. And these need to be, oh, excuse me, caught. Damn those sales. When we take a step backwards when re-entering the workforce, it's not only frustrating, it's unacceptable. And so we're trying to build an accessible platform for women to find and exceed their ambitions. And the Riveter is the solution. Our founders, Kim and Amy, are building we are building a transformative movement to help all women and their allies succeed by generating a new table with access for everyone. But the Riveter is far more than a desk. We are a work and collaborative space that provides critical skills programming for women and men, with examples of like conducting a podcast or, pitching to investors. We also have integrative wellness, where you can participate in our movement and meditation studios or our wellness programs and workshops. We also have relevant networking, so high-profile executives and subject matter experts in various fields. And our memberships are flexible. So if you're looking for a community membership, you don't need a workspace, but you're looking to fill that communal and development void, or you need a rooted space to really build your business, we have that flexibility. And we're finding that this movement is working. Within less than 4 short months, we've opened up our flagship location in Capitol Hill. We've won GeekWire Newcomer of the Year and have generated just under $1 million in seed round funding. We're opening up our space in Bellevue early next year and expanding to California and Texas at the latter part of 2018. All of this has been relatively organic growth. So we've had earned media, we've had word of mouth, but we're building out our sales and marketing strategies to build out awareness. And such rapid growth doesn't come without its pitfalls. We're riding the roller coaster wave of startup life just like everybody else, from finding effective software platforms to building processes from scratch. And while our funding may seem like a lot, when you're building out 11,000 square foot spaces, executing on that budget is a challenge. But we're finding that that actually we are building a movement and a team we're doing something right amidst the chaos. We've been able to build a motivated, driven sales team. We found the right resources to address and accomplish our goals, and we haven't been perfect in launching, if Fremont is any indication. So we built an incredible journey so far. We live it with our community. If you're looking for ways to exceed your goals and embrace your ambitions, come find us. Ask me about how you can join our movement. My name is Carrie Maher, and I'm with the Riveter. Thank you.
3 questions?
It's got to be one. Yes.
I'm going to ask this just because I'm going to be the outlier, but how do you do that and you're willing to get that was actually me. That was super exciting. So
Yep.
Please repeat the
how do
question.
you,
So I was asked if men are welcome. Look, we were built for women. Women have limitations, as you heard. You've heard it from the previous speaker. You heard it from me. Women lack the opportunities sometimes as they are building their businesses or excelling in their careers, especially when they're reentering. But even though our founders built this space for women, we welcome everyone, all genders, all races, all religions. We welcome everyone to the table. We can't work in a bubble. And we find, I guess, about 10 to 15% now of our membership is male. We have women owners that have male developers, that have male employees, so we welcome everyone to the table, which is somewhat unique from other workspaces. So.
that's awesome. I was asked that by a man, so I was just
We get it a lot. I mean, again, the space was built, it's secure and safe for women, but it's certainly an open, vibrant space for men too. And I think our men would attest that it's a great space for them. Yeah. No. We lease our spaces. We look for the best space. Well, Fremont's a great example that actually popped up quite unanticipated. Our real estate agent had told us about a space in the North End, and we were getting a lot of demand from our members saying we need a space like this. And we opened up right on North Lake. So we don't own our spaces, but we do provide access for people. These spaces are different in size too. So our Fremont space is about 7,000 square feet, and our Capitol Hill space is over 11,000.
One more question?
How are you building out mentoring opportunities and mentoring networks for women?
There's a couple different ways that we're doing that. So one, we have highly curated programming based on what our members and our prospects are looking for, and where their needs lie in building their businesses. So that's part of it. And those happen on a daily basis. So our members, in their memberships, they have unlimited access to that programming. Separate from that, we have partnerships that we're generating and building with local meetups, local organizations. We're working with the corporate partnerships of the world, Amazon, Microsoft, to really better build opportunities for people in that space. So there's a few different angles, but yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.